What's up, boys?
Man. What's up, Cam? We are your fantasy friends. We're back after a lengthy hiatus. Couple, 2-3 weeks. Has there been
I'd say
any
girthy.
Is there any girthy hiatus?
There
Has there been any news that's happened since we were
I don't think real quiet.
It's been a pretty ho-hum off season, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing to write about.
Nothing to write about. Nothing but something to podcast about.
Just a few minor changes here and there.
Yeah.
That's really it's been
cosmetic.
neglected by the news, you know.
Yeah. Well, we're here to cover those changes that have been, just criminally neglected by the news. But before we do that, Jason, what's up, my man? How you living?
I'm trying to live strong. It was a rough night last night. Played outdoors, 40 degrees. My body feels it. So I'm just trying to
How was it playing hard rock shows, metal shows, whatever you want to call it, as a 30-something-year-old?
34-year-old. It's rough, man. I mean, when I'm doing it, it's not so bad, but the next day it's pretty awful.
Title of your sex tape.
Well, it's funny. Yeah, title of my sex tape. So they told me last night that I was like steaming because it was so cold, but I was so hot from playing that I just like had like steam rising off of me like I'm in Dragon Ball or something.
You're trying to go Final Instinct.
I had an aura.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Cam, it's been a hot minute since you've been on, man.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I was on the last episode, but yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh, were you?
Yeah, I was on the 50th, man. This is the 51st, right?
I don't know.
That's how numbers work. Nah, dude, I'm good. I'm doing fantastic. Dealing with some sinuses, man. Had a father-in-law's birthday party yesterday, and of course, being outside, in the sun, because you're like, yeah, no, it's beautiful out here. And then by the time like 6 o'clock rolled around, it was back in the 40s, cold as hell. Wake up today, it was warmer at 9 o'clock in the morning than it is now, mid-afternoon. So it's taking a toll on my body. But other than that, I'm doing great, man. Doing great.
Is it one of those things where you like wipe your arm and you see the pollen fly off?
No. Okay. So that's the one good thing. We haven't hit the pollen yet. Like the everything's not coated in yellow yet, but I think we're getting there soon. Right now, it's just the weather. I just got big old bitch lungs right now and like bitch nose.
Little bitch lungs.
Little bitch nose.
That's what we call Cam. That's what we call Cam behind his back. Little bitch lungs.
Little bitch.
Oh, don't like that. Don't like that.
Yeah, I don't miss being back east.
Right now.
And if you haven't noticed, we do have a soundboard now. I am really regretting letting Cam have the soundboard.
I was like, before this, I was like, I'm going to pepper it in, and I've already hit like 4. And we aren't even.
He literally told me. Cam's like, I'm only going to do a couple. He's hit like legit 4 or 5 now.
Yeah, it's great.
But before we dive into all this stuff, we got the QB Carousel. We went with the most generic freaking podcast name. I say I just put it on there because I was like, this sums it up perfectly, right? I mean, we got massive moves that have happened. But before we get into any of that, I just want to say I don't know if we're going to necessarily go in a different direction, but I don't think we've been authentic or true to ourselves during this podcast so far, out of fear of retribution from the PC culture, the cancel culture. That's what I got for that. I don't really care anymore. So we're going to do us, and we are a podcast for everybody, not for analysts. Like, I mean, analysts can watch whatever. That's cool. Whatever.
Nope. Fuck them.
No, if you're watching
analysts
right now,
in here,
you turn it off immediately. But no, for real, we're gonna be ourselves. We're gonna cuss on here. We're just gonna get after it. But anything to say on that, boys, before we get into it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go. We need to get him out of here. All right.
This is my favorite day. All right.
We're going to start in the AFC because I know you guys are both fans of the AFC. Or you have your favorite teams in the AFC, but we're not going to start there. We're going to start in the West. The Denver freaking Broncos. Cam still has a starter jacket from when he was 9 from the Denver Broncos, but his grandma, his Meemaw got him the wrong one, but
it's all good.
You still wear it?
No. It's way gone. Along with that John Elway jersey, it's gone.
Oh man. Okay, so let's start at the top with the Denver Broncos. Russell Wilson is their new quarterback. Jason, thoughts?
Josh Johnson might give him a hard time, a run for his money there. No. Man, straight up that I didn't see it coming. It's been really weird to have it talked about. I don't know if you've kind of listened to any of the behind the scenes stuff. I guess people in Seattle just felt like Russell has changed as a person, and Pete was good with it. Everybody was good with it. From what I understand, it was pretty mutual. So interesting enough, it's weird. Colin Coward got deep into it. Forget who he had on, but I'm sure if you type in Colin Coward, Russell Wilson, YouTube, you'll find it. But yeah, apparently everybody was good with it. So he got an ideal situation out of it. So, I mean, I don't know. I love it personally. I think he was the beginning of what would eventually flip that entire division on its head. So, because the way I see it right now, they might be the best team in that division now. Quarterback makes such a big difference. And with Mahomes losing so much, and we'll get into that shortly, but with Mahomes losing so much, and with the Raiders kind of being, having an edge now, and the Chargers stockpiling, I like Russell Wilson against all of it.
Oh, yeah.
What about you, Cam?
I'm right there with it. I think I always like change. I like big shakeups. I don't know. It just makes me happy. I think that's part of the reason I was a wrestling fan for so long. You get surprises and things that, pop off. So this is a very big surprise because I didn't see Wilson going anywhere. Even when the talks were going down, I was like, there's no way he's going to leave Seattle. Like that, him and Pete's relationship, like it's going to be fine and all that. So when he actually went, it was like, oh shit. Because I mean, honestly, who they had Bridgewater last year, the Broncos. And that's one of the big things. I like Bridgewater. He's all right. But I mean, that was one of the things that was holding him back with Russell there, with the weapons he's going to have. Like, because if I'm not mistaken, didn't Tim Patrick just sign a new deal this year where they're trying to like boost him up a little bit? So you got, Patrick and Sutton out there, man. It's going to be, I don't know. It's going to be fun. It's definitely going to be fun to watch.
What do y'all think in terms? Sorry, Jason, go ahead.
And they made sure they bolstered the O-line around him too, which is something I really appreciated. They already had the receivers.
Yes, they did.
So they're all in on him. I mean, you can tell by the moves made here. Yeah, they did some stuff on defense. Nobody really jumped. Maybe Alex Singleton. Nobody really jumping off the page at me, but Randy Gregory.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. I was going to mention wrestling and say, talk about a dusty finish. Freaking, he had signed with the re-signed with the Cowboys, and then apparently Stephen Jones' dumbass would put some sort of verbiage in his contract. Like, I think it was something to the effect that if he was fined, he was going to lose all of his guaranteed money. People get fined every day for wearing weird cleats and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I don't blame the man. I don't blame the man for taking the Denver deal. And apparently the deal from Dallas was actually larger than that.
Wow. Well, it's just like hurts. We started this podcast on the same note. I think people are just tired of being told that they don't have freedom to express themselves.
Yeah.
So, fact.
Yeah, good on him. I mean, it kind of goes into the same thing as like I look at it too, man. Look at the guys that take less money. I mean, they're doing way better with their teams than these guys that are hauling in. I mean, we're gonna hit on the Rodgers thing, but dudes that are getting greedy and want all this damn money, they're in a really bad situation. If you're willing to just take a cut where you can go somewhere and be happy and have a good team around you, man, those dudes are thriving right now. So good on him, man. Again, fuck the Cowboys.
Well,
yeah. Got his ass.
Hey, hit the emotional damage one.
Okay, got you. Yep. Got you, buddy.
Emotional damage. Damn, son.
Damn, son.
Damn.
Oh, it hurts. Yeah, man. But Randy Gregory there, I was going to ask who, this is like the generic fantasy question, right? Jerry Jeudy or Cortland Sutton for y'all?
Cortland.
I would go Cortland because of the production, but at the same time, Jeudy is he's younger, and I just keep seeing his name thrown around it. Like everybody is on that fucking hype train, and I think I'm on it too. So it depends on what kind of league I'm playing in. If I'm going to win this year, I'm going with Sutton. But if I'm playing for the long con, I'm gonna go with Jeudy.
That's fair. And I think Sutton is actually going behind Jerry Jeudy in like startup dynasty drafts right now.
Well, then I change it. Give me Judy all the way around. Fuck it.
Why would you? Okay.
You were right. No, Cameron, you had it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if you're getting a value,
yeah.
I stand by what I said the first time. Please excuse what I said the second time, as I was antagonized by this dumbass.
And the third time, he didn't mean it.
And the third time, I didn't know what I was talking about. I got lost in the conversation.
So we'll do kind of a review of the division after we're going to predict who wins the division after we're done. So we're going to move on. Those are really the big hits for the Broncos there.
Mm-hmm.
And for the record, I'm not. I guess it boosts. So Javonte Williams is his value, I think, is really dependent. I don't think is incredibly dependent on whether Melvin Gordon signs or not. Whether Melvin Gordon signs, they're still going to bring somebody else in to kind of be the 1B to, Williams is 1A. But with Russell at your quarterback position, man, that's a lot more scoring opportunities in my eyes for whoever, like Javonte Williams. So
I agree wholeheartedly.
Not too shabby. All right, so let's get down to the Kansas City Chiefs who don't know what they're doing at all. They did trade away Tyreek Hill for 5 draft picks, a first, a second, and like 2 fourths, and it was wild. To me, this is probably the craziest trade I remember seeing like in my lifetime. Like just as far as like just out of the blue, amazing for the Dolphins, who we'll talk about in a minute. But what did you think about it, Cam?
I thought it was wild, especially since on the back end, the wide receivers that they did grab to replace. It's crazy because you got Tyreek Hill. You can say whatever you want about the man, but he's got the name Cheetah for a reason. You can't touch him. Like he is legitimately just one of the most insane athletes I've seen on the field. And so for them to give him up and not have a plan from the outside looking in right now, like they really didn't have a plan. They just saw a bunch of picks, and you're going to bring in Juju and what is it? Scantling.
Marquez,
yeah. You're going to bring them in. Like that's not. You had a clear wide receiver 1. We don't have that now. Like you got a 2 and a 3. Like what are you trying to get your wide receiver 1 out of the draft? Like I don't know. It was weird to me. I feel like that team is just slowly spiraling. Like they're that dude. Hell, I was that guy at one point in our fantasy league where you had a plan and you make a couple stupid moves trying to get to where you want to get to, but then it falls apart on the back end, and then you're just like stuck with just shitty choices and a really like self what am I trying to say here? A real low self-esteem. Yeah,
okay.
And that's where they're sitting at right now. They're not doing great.
Chase.
Well, my favorite part about this whole thing is I've been telling Pittsburgh Steelers fans for years that Juju Smith-Schuster is pure bullshit. And somehow I'm still telling Steelers fans that Juju Smith-Schuster is pure bullshit, and he doesn't even play for the Steelers anymore. I swear to God. Y'all are the most
What's the name you gave him? What's his real name?
Poo-poo shit poopster or something like that.
Poo-poo shit poopster.
Something like that. But I mean, God almighty, Jesus Christ, Trey and Keith, all of you, shut the fuck up. He is terrible. He's terrible. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to be good. I mean,
no, he's going to make a lot of TikToks.
He's going to. Yeah. Hopefully Patrick's brother will help him with that. But no, I would rather err on the MVS side of this and go with the talks around the league about how this guy's actually a better player than we think than to rely on the same old bullshit from Juju. Straight up. The way that it's actually not a bad strategy. The way that they traded, because first of all, one thing I like that they did is they went out and they got Rojo. So CEH, don't fuck up, because that's your job, dude. Like there's that. And I like that, I like keeping Orlando Brown. They kept a lot of good pieces here, Frank Clark. My biggest thing, though, is they got a bunch of mediocre receivers to build on top of. And I think that's what's truly going on. I don't think they have an intention of wheeling those guys out as true number 1 and number 2. I could be wrong, but I think they'll take what they got and build on top of this. So when you get a collection of mediocre guys and then you start building, all of a sudden we went from looking shabby to holy shit, how deep is this team, you know? And I think that's where we're heading. There's so much speed this year. Was it 6 guys clocked a 4.2 or something like that? How'd
It was something ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you know that, and you know that Tyreek Hill only had 1 year left on the contract before they were going to have to pay him huge bucks. Thanks, Jacksonville. You know, but if you know that, then you understand why this move was made, because hey, we got 6 guys out here who can burn, you know, and Tyreek deserves this money. He's earned this money. Someone's going to have to pay it to him. Why not go ahead and get that done now? Let's stock up. I see this ending up working out, but as we are right now, I think they kind of dropped themselves pretty down far in the division.
Mm-hmm.
So they got nailed.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, that's a real good point, Jason. They do have to absolutely nail the draft, and I mean, it would shock me if they don't take a wide receiver in the first round. I don't think there's anybody on earth like Tyreek Hill. So I don't know. You don't just draft somebody to replace that production. What do you think this does for Mecole Hardman?
Unless he can play that position, I don't know. I remember Mecole having some jets. I just can't remember how fast I don't remember what he clocked.
He's like a 4.31 guy, 4.32, something like that. He is incredibly fast.
Maybe he can play that position. You know, maybe he can. I don't know. That's what I would.
I was gonna say, I just remember him taking a short screen, and he had 2 defenders kind of maybe 2 yards away from him on either side, and he was maybe a yard, behind them. So they had the angle on him and everything. This dude just burst through there. I mean, he's got acceleration and speed like crazy. He just don't have the route running ability and that quick twitch, quickness that Tyreek Hill has. But to me, if I'm in a redraft league and it's like a tight end premium league, I don't even care if it's super flex. I might take Travis Kelce number 1 overall.
Yes, dude. Yes. If I'm telling you, like I said, in fantasy, man, you could gamble on Mecole. I shouldn't have left him out. I think you can gamble on MVS, but I think Kelce's a sure thing.
Yeah. Top, like even in non-tight end premium leagues, like let's just say like our league that we have, Henry County Hard Knocks, I would say he goes he probably either gets kept by myself or he goes in the first round.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's move on to the Las Vegas Raiders.
Wow, I love
Davante Adams, baby, locking him down to a massive deal. Let me pull those numbers up while y'all talk about it.
No, so this is my whole thing with it, and I'm going to tie this into the Packers, obviously. Okay. Fucking all that stuff that went on this past year with Rodgers and management and everything, I feel like this is the biggest fuck you. They were like, you know what? Well, yeah, let's work it out, bro. Let's work it out. And then they give him the contract that he wants, and then you can't sign any of his fucking receivers. And they're like, oh, you thought you were going to get the last laugh, huh? Now go out here and suck ass, and you're going to lose your fucking job, and you're going to go out and look like an idiot. So good on the Packers for saying fuck him and all that. But like me personally, as a Rodgers and an Adams manager in my dynasty league, I'm upset. That stack was amazing. I feel like Rodgers is going to suck ass, and I feel like Adams is still going to do great, man. Derek Carr is not a bad quarterback by any means. He's going to go out there, and I mean, Adams is one of those guys like Tyreek Hill. He's one of a kind, man. He's going to go out there. He'll have another 1 or 2 big years before he rolls on out. But that was shocking. That made me angry. I remember when it happened, I had just gotten to work. Like, I got an hour job to work, and I opened it up, and it was this motherfucker. It's in the chat right now.
Oh, shoot.
Fucking Tran had sent the thing in the chat, and I sat there in my car for 2 minutes just like, fuck, like just mad as hell. Because obviously all these dudes are talking shit like, oh, Cam's fucked now, which I am, but fucking I don't want to hear it. So it was not a great day.
You're not fucked, bro. You're not fucked. Hey, look, in my opinion, this is my favorite free agency period along the league, and I'm going to tell you why. Yeah. So we brought in Josh McDaniels as our head coach. We're going to install that Patriot Tom Brady offense. We've got a quarterback who can literally will a team into the playoffs with little to nothing and nothing but tragedy striking around him. Derek Carr showed me so much last year, just being great at being a great quarterback and being such a leader that he got these guys over problem after problem. And these aren't small problems. Losing a head coach, losing your star receiver. I mean, like this
Darren Waller missed like half the season.
Didn't even have his best target. Yeah. And this guy showed me such incredible leadership and ability. So listen, we got Josh McDaniels in, right? So what do? We have a great running back. All right. And I think Kenyon Drake is still there as well, right?
He is, yeah.
Okay. So all we did was add Amir Abdullah and Brandon Bolden, who already knows how to work inside this offense.
Yep.
Got a great fullback in Jacob Johnson. We brought Devontae Adams in. We got a number one star receiver to go alongside Hunter Renfrow. We're getting our tight end back healthy. We bring in Demarcus Robinson from the Chiefs. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of, I love it when a team snatches a spy up, especially when you're in win mode. Like, let me get this guy from Kansas City. Let me come in here and just spill your guts. Jacob Hollister. That guy, we talked about him last year when he was with Buffalo. He is a great depth piece for tight end. When you need help, that guy can really play. Russell Wilson made him look great. I know that much. Bringing in Chandler Jones to go alongside Max Crosby. Holy shit. Vernon Butler up front, Bilal Nichols up front, Jayon Brown coming in with a ton of ability, a guy who's a ball hawk at a linebacker position. Fackrell is a great linebacker. Rock Ya-Sin, what? Like,
dude's got length at corner, man. I think he's going to have a career resurgence in Las Vegas.
I'm saying fuck yeah, Raiders.
So Raiders is going to the Super Bowl. That's what you're telling me.
I'm getting far.
So I saw an awesome. I got back into the whole sports betting thing. One of our buddies, me and Cam's buddy, won like $1,500 on St. Peter or whoever just had the upset.
Purdue, I think.
Yeah, that's right. It was like St. Peter's beat Purdue, the 14 seed or the 15 seed. I can pull. Anyways, doesn't matter. Made like $1,500 off of like $100 bet or something. So it got me back into it. But I was looking at NFL future bets. So that's like who's going to win MVP? How many touchdowns is this person going to have? I am so torn. Devontae Adams over or under 10 receiving touchdowns in 2022?
Over.
Oh.
Yeah, I felt like that deserved that.
Okay. You're going over, Jason?
I don't expect Waller to stay healthy all season. Yeah. He's getting up there. He's going to die. Well, he's a big tight end. Yeah. He plays like that basketball style of tight end. He gets beat up a lot. I think that was the move for the Hollister piece. That's why it makes sense. I think Waller will probably miss a couple games.
I love me some Foster Moreau too.
Love
him. If he's still there, he might have. Anyway,
I don't know that he's there, but if he is, you're absolutely right.
Tran is going over. Cam, what do you think? You're going over as well? Was that the David Draymond? Okay.
Yeah.
I might just choose the under because I think there was more. I think it was like minus 110 either way. But man, he's got. Let's just like we always said, Deebo Samuel's never going to stay healthy, right? Like, but he did last year.
True.
So I'll kind of bank on Darren Waller staying healthy. Hunter Renfrow, his tiny little white ass was so good around the goal line. Cam, that pop Cam good. Dude, he was so good around the goal line, man. Like he might vulture some touchdowns.
He could very well do it, but it's Josh McDaniels' offense.
Yeah.
Let's think about when we had us some Randy Moss and some Wes Welker. That's what we want to think about. That's the kind of offense we want to think about. And also, let's not lose the fact that Josh Jacobs is going to catch a ton of footballs this year. If he does it, look, this is how it's going to go. This is how it's going to go. It's going to go Josh Jacobs is a top 5 running back, or there are 5 people getting fed in that backfield. One of the two. We know this.
Isn't
we already
that
know
scary,
this.
man?
That's New England. That's how New England rolls, and that's what we're about to see. So, what's scary is Mac Jones, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like
yeah,
that.
man, but I agree with you, Jason. I actually really like everything that Vegas has done this offseason. And dude, I got to say it. Max Crosby and freaking Chandler Jones as your edges, that might be the best edge duo in the league.
Give me a
now.
hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, man. All right, we'll move on to the last team in the division, the Los Angeles Chargers. I only have 4 for them on here, but I think they're 4 massive hits, picks or moves, whatever. Khalil Mack at edge, J.C. Jackson, who has been incredible in New England at corner, locked him up for 5 years. Mike Williams they brought back a little bit pricier than I would have hoped, but he still brought him back. And they signed Gerald Everett too, an incredibly athletic tight end. He's played around the league, played with the Rams, and he was with the Seahawks, I think, part of the year last year.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. Look, man, I was very hard on them up front. I needed to take a minute and realize, okay.
Cam, stop messing with the soundboard.
I was looking for the sacks, man. He said he was really hard on him, and I was like, where's it at?
Give it to me. Do it.
I'm trying to find
it.
Ah!
You got to be quicker.
I can't find it. Yeah, I got to be figured. What I really got to do is like try to get this all set in like an actual. There it is. There it is. All right, I'll make this better in the future. We're just.
All right, so here's the deal. They can't be blamed for bringing.
Hold on.
That's kind of gay, isn't it? I will beat your dick.
Beat your dick off, and it's okay.
So
sorry.
they can't be blamed, and I have to take back a lot of what I said because look, I'm sticking with my J.C. Jackson point, and I'm even still about 50-50 on Khalil Mack, but I will retract my Mike Williams comment because guess what? The wide receiver market's just ruined. It's just flat
once
out.
Again, Jacksonville.
Thanks, Jacksonville. God, couldn't you have done it for a better player? Like, why does it have to be?
I've got so much to say about Jacksonville when we get to them.
Good, because I have next to nothing to say. I'm just so frustrated with that fucking situation, man. I mean, look at what we're gonna have to pay Jay Brown. Look at what we've had to deal with all weekend. You know, Cam, we have to sit here and listen to this bullshit about was he going to the Jets. You know why that's a conversation? Because we're gonna have to pay him next year, and we don't. And goddamn, like, what is it going to cost to pay a receiver anymore?
$200 million. Like, what the shit?
So I'm going to retract what I said about Mike Williams. I get it. They're having to play hardball there, and it is what it is. Thanks, Jacksonville. End of statement.
That shit is ridiculous.
We'll Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack. If honestly, I don't think Khalil Mack has lost a lot. People are looking at like just his numbers. He only played like 7 games last year and had 6 sacks.
Yeah,
true. Listen. He can come in and be a superstar, or he can come in and be mediocre. I'm leaning mediocre. Right. But I like your opinion. I like your. Yeah. Go ahead. Tell him.
I was going to say I just like Mac's versatility too because he can play with his hand in the dirt, or he can stand up in like a 3-4. So I don't know what sort of scheme that they run in. I keep wanting to say Oakland in Las Vegas, but
you mean L.A. in L.A.
L.A. I'm sorry, you're totally right.
In L.A.
My bad.
I'd have to look into that. I don't know who the DC is right now. Let me look into that. But go ahead. You know, you had a really good argument about him being like charged up and motivated and ready to play.
Absolutely, man. Like he's been mired in this mediocrity that is Chicago for how many ever years now? He had that one good year in 18 when they went to the playoffs. They had the doink. Otherwise, they would have been in the NFC Championship game. The double doink, I should say. Man. I mean, he's 31 or 32 years old. He's not old by any means. Edge rushers can play. Like Jared Allen played until he was freaking like 35 or 36, for Christ's sake. So I think he's coming in fired up for a freaking playoff. I mean, legitimately could be a Super Bowl contending team. The Chargers could be, and I don't think that's a hot take. I really don't. So I think Khalil Mack's going to come in and do some work.
So Brandon Staley is a guy.
Double team.
Yeah. So I'm looking at this now. Brandon Staley is a guy who not only played defensive end and outside linebacker, he actually coached DC
Rams,
the
right?
LA Rams. Yeah.
Yeah.
So man, he's used to having big star guys and letting them go get after it. So this might work out. I'm
just saying, dude, you can't double team Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack. So pick your poison. It's going to be. I really like what the Chargers have done. So we're at the end of the AFC West division. Who's winning? Who's winning this division?
I'm going Denver Broncos. Quarterback.
The Broncos. And in the chat too, if y'all got a pick, let us know.
I'm kind of sold on the Raiders.
I want to,
dude. I would love to see the Raiders.
I'm kind of sold on them.
Let them install that offense first, because there's a lot to it. Let them install that offense. Now look, Carr is a genius, and people don't know this. If you watch the Peyton Manning, I should just say the Manning podcast or the Manning.
It's pretty much the Manning
broadcast.
There you go, broadcast.
If you watch the Manning broadcast, you heard Peyton. He was really critical of the way that Gruden was coaching. It was very old school. There's a lot of verbiage.
That's right. He was.
Yeah, so I think that if you think about Derek Carr and knowing that he has that ability already, he should pick up Josh McDaniels' offense pretty quick. But I would say let's give him a year to install it. I think they'll be dangerous as hell in 2023.
And Tran has got my pick right there as well. I'm going with the Chargers. So that's enjoyable. I've written these down. I want to keep a record of these throughout the when we get to next offseason. So I'm going with the Chargers as well. I love that defense so much. And if Mike Williams can even perform at 75% of what he did through the first 5 games of 2021, this offense, and I really do think that you're going to see a big jump from Joshua Palmer as well as that kind of that third wide receiver, like a Tim.
Let's take a look at something. I want to see something here. Game-winning drives. Let's see about this. Justin Herbert.
GWDs.
5 game-winning drives in 2 seasons.
Okay.
Nice.
So he's got 5 game-winning drives in 2 seasons. That tells me, man, I like my pick. I like Russ. He knows how to win.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I love Denver too. I think that offense can be incredible. And they've got a pretty good defense as well. No, it will. You're right. It will be incredible. Yeah.
Think back on the Raiders-Chargers game of last year, when they got put out.
That tie game that everybody wanted it to be a tie.
Man, that was
I saw a clip of Justin Herbert the other day. He was like, I've never wanted a tie so badly. Like you could read his lips, him saying that. It was pretty funny. All right, moving on to the AFC North, to one of y'all, our buddy Keith's favorite team, the Baltimore Ravens. They used to have his favorite player, Ray Lewis.
They did.
On that team there as well. I can't wait for Keith to listen to this and be like, God damn it. But
God damn it.
That's his. Was that Keith on here?
That's exactly how Keith sounds.
I thought he was on here for a second. That's his exact voice.
My name is Keith. God damn it.
So the Baltimore Ravens, they haven't done anything flashy. I don't think they really needed to do anything flashy because they're always one of the best drafting teams in the NFL. But Marcus Williams at safety,
Lamar Jackson. That's it.
Yeah,
that's the team right there. You
Right?
got your quarterback, your running back, and somehow a wide receiver all in that one guy. Like they're fine.
Yeah, man. Marcus Williams at safety. He's been an absolute great free safety for his entire career. Michael Pierce is a gobbler of blocks, man. Dude, I'm telling you what, Michael Pierce freaking eats it up. I said blocks. Blocks. That's a large man. I don't need him coming after me. And Morgan Moses at offensive tackle. So they're really building through the trenches. And I don't think they needed to do a lot of stuff. So anything to really add to that?
Hashtag gobble it up, baby.
Gobble. He's a gobbler.
Gobble it up.
Do you have a turkey call with him?
Has Honey Badger signed anywhere yet?
He has not, I don't think. I'll look that up. I'll vet that real quick, but
like literally the entire sports media is trying to pressure him into going to Baltimore. So it's still a possibility.
well,
I don't
at
know
this
if you've
point,
seen
why
that.
would he? They have Marcus Williams. Like he's a true free safety. There's no reason to.
I don't know
do
why they're doing it either, but it's like every time I turn on ESPN, NFL Network, it doesn't matter. They're talking about this for some reason.
Well, it just goes back to these super teams that everybody's trying to build. And of course, you're going to fantasy book it where you're like, man, you know how badass to be? It starts with the stoner conversation. And then somebody puts it on Twitter. And then somebody just happens to see it. And they're like, you know what? Let's fucking put it on the news.
Well, I literally I typed in Tyrann Mathieu and I see two different articles. Steelers fans are trying to get him. And then Max Crosby is trying to recruit him to come to the Raiders. If he goes to the Raiders.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's just be so unfair. So I'll tell you this. I think Lamar Jackson has a play hero ball again all year long. I just think that that's the type of quarterback he is. I don't know that he could ever thrive in a different type of offense. I think Lamar Jackson will literally live and die on his athleticism. And I just don't see it changing.
I mean, and if I think Rashad Bateman's going to take a step in his development. Marquise Brown, Hollywood, is one of the most underrated receivers. He always at least for fantasy that goes, as far as that goes. And then you got freaking big old Mark Andrews, who pisses me off so bad and mad when I have to play against him. Lord have mercy, he pisses me off.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, I like the ball. I like the Ravens. They don't have to do a lot. So moving on to who I think has probably had the best offseason is in terms of just shoring up a team and not making a bunch of flashy moves, but making great moves. The Cincinnati Bengals. Alex Kappa at offensive guard. Leo Collins, God damn it, at offensive tackle. Ted Karras from the Patriots at center. BJ Hill is a massive – he's another gobbler. And Jesse Bates. They brought Jesse Bates back at safety. I think he's on the franchise tag. Let me check real quick. Yeah, they franchise tagged him. We're trying to work out a long-term deal. But, bro, I think the Bengals have really, really done something special this offseason. If these all pan out, that's going to make 2 off seasons in a row where the Bengals have just absolutely killed it. So whoever their GM is needs to get a raise.
Well, if I remember correctly, they were pretty good last year, if I'm not mistaken.
They were all right. Yeah, they did. They did all right.
I like the Hayden Hurst signing since Who's Your Mama went to
Who's Your Mama?
So I like Hayden Hurst there. Yeah, you're right. They're worried about the offensive line, which is what we talked about there at the end of the season. We said it heading into the Super Bowl. It's like, man, the one Achilles heel that you have, and guess who you got to play? You know, so they had to fix that. And if they can draft someone to replace Eli Apple, they'll be in really good shape.
Anybody, anybody to replace Eli Apple would be great.
I'll do it.
And you know, Dre Kirkpatrick, that dipshit that ran out there in his slides during the Super Bowl and got him a 15-yard penalty.
Oh,
you know he's gone.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Anything to add, Kim?
Yeah, dude. Like I don't know, but like, what kind of underwear do you think Joe Burrow rocks? He's like one of those dudes that would probably be like, I imagine like top of the line, like silk, fucking like maybe like the ones that have the ball pouch in it.
Yeah.
So it, when he's walking around his crib, it's just out there.
He
just seems like one of those dudes.
You need to play the saxophone music for yourself after that comment.
Well, no, I mean, my thing is I think, underwear goes a long way nowadays. You can really tell like what a man is about by the underwear. Like, what do you wear? What do you wear?
I actually have a subscription to Me Undies, so I wear the Me Undies stuff.
There you go.
It's super, super comfortable.
Jason?
Just what do you call it? A boxer brief, dude. Doesn't really matter what brand.
Jason's like, I don't wear underwear.
As long as they're long. I have to have the ones that are like shorts kind of. Yeah. I don't like anything riding up. Like, no. We gotta have the long.
Dude, that's the worst. When they get up under your butt cheek or something, you're like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
Now I imagine that Joe Burrow has whatever the premium subscription is in terms of like not Me Undies, because that's like middle of the pack, He's got like the premium, like you said, probably Indian silk.
Gotcha.
And it has a never mind. I was going to talk about
somebody tag him on Twitter. Let him know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
we can get him in here
somebody tag Joe Burrow and ask him what sort of
I started to make a Joe Burrow costume like I did with the Cam costume, but I just can't bring myself. I don't. The hair makes such a difference. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
That's phenomenal.
You have
I
to
love
get
it.
into character. The hair, honestly, the physical appearance really does a lot of wonders for the character. Like I think it goes like I'm a student of Daniel Day-Lewis. It goes the voice and then like the physical appearance, but in that order. You got to get the voice down right.
Got to
I don't know
the
how to
voice.
do Joe Burrow's voice.
Joe's Burrows.
Joe's Burrow.
I don't know.
Man,
Somebody
that's a
tag him. Get him in here.
future business handle there. Joe's Burrows.
Joe's Burrows.
I want to interview
We'll build you some tunnels.
the man that was in the Super Bowl, not about football at all, just what he's wearing up under them tights.
Cool.
Let's do it. Make it happen.
You
Twitter.
said what he's wearing. Oh, under the tights. I thought you meant like, never mind. All right.
Yeah.
Moving on. The Cleveland Browns. All right. Freaking yes. I don't know if that's appropriate when we're about to talk about the show.
Oh no, it's really appropriate.
This got
I knew
X-rated.
that was coming.
Got X-rated.
So they
quick.
won the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes. I don't know what that really does for him, to be honest.
Doesn't put him in a good light on social media.
Yeah, well. All right, let's talk about this real quick. This honestly has been bothering the shit out of me. Like
Let's do
people
it.
just like roasting. So I'm trying to think how to say this. Okay. Do y'all
There you
think Michael Jackson was actually, thank you. Do y'all think Michael Jackson was actually a nasty pedophile pervert?
I don't.
No.
Well, I wasn't there, so I can't make that's one of those that, like, I don't know, man. There's
Is
a lot
it
of
because
people that
he's so beloved?
I don't know, man. Like, so if it was that one's a weird one because he just seems like a really weird fucking dude to me. Like everything I've seen, like he just seems really fucking weird. And like if you watch a lot of these like crime documentaries and stuff of like murderers and like pedophiles and shit, like he's in that. I don't know, man. Something was definitely off about the dude. So I'm not going to call any of the people that came out a liar. I would never do that because, I mean, if Michael Jackson did that shit to me, I would be really fucking upset. So, yeah.
The reason I bring that up is because he had a bunch of accusations over years and years and years, right? So some people believe that he was actually, disgusting. If he did that shit, then fuck him.
Don't ask me
I'm
things
glad
if
he's
you
died.
want a quick answer.
Yeah, no,
I can tell you just wanted to go right for that,
But
and I just.
but hold on. Let me punch a hole through that real quick. Michael Jackson had several people come to his defense and go, "I was there, and none of this shit happened. He never did this to me." It's like Macaulay Culkin, and there were a few Elijah Wood. There were a few other child stars who were like, "That didn't happen." So it always seemed to be these kids who weren't famous, but all the famous kids were like, "Nah, he didn't do that." And so, but does Deshaun Watson have massage therapists coming out and going, "No, he's a good guy"? I haven't heard those. I haven't seen
No. And also the people I've seen a bunch of good points on Twitter too about like a professional athlete, like even a normal person. Like if I go get a massage, I have one chick that she did a really good job, and I always refer her.
Yeah,
I always get a massage by her.
Why would you ever want to change it? That's a really good point.
So to me, I'll just say my piece and I'll get y'all's opinion. To me, he's probably a little pervert. Honestly, actually, I would say there's 99% sure he's a pervert. But the timing of all those accusations was incredibly, incredibly fortuitous for the Texans, for him trying to get out of there. And then also, I don't really give a fuck. He probably got some real regrettable hand jobs. That's what happened. He coerced or paid these women a lot of money to get hand jobs. There we go. Get hand jobs, and he probably busted a nut way too fast. And they were like, "What the fuck? What?" And
he's cock out.
And he's getting like, and he's just getting like dragged. But it's not like he was okay. How about these people that supported the Steelers for years and years and years? And Ben Roethlisberger was indicted, right? God damn it! Never mind. Move on. The Browns got Amari Cooper as well.
And they got here's the drama. But I believe I understand what you were saying, Eric. Ben Roethlisberger, he had everybody come around him. You know, he did the.
Yeah, he did.
I'm sorry. This is.
Oh, the soundboard.
If our show wasn't entertaining before, it better be now. God damn it!
Oh,
Listen,
fantasy
all right.
friends, baby. We back.
All right, so
Oh.
I'm gonna die. So here's the thing. He did the PR shit. Like, I'm a Christian man with my Christian
Oh, God.
wife and my Christian dog. You know what I mean? And so
Christian dog.
he had to, you know, paint the whole white picket fence fucking thing.
Oh, Jesus.
That's how Ben handled it. That's how Ben handled it. What has Deshaun Watson done? Be an asshole on camera, on Hard Knocks, genuinely just piss everyone off around him. And then somehow got to call his own shot during this. But here's the thing that I find interesting. They also signed Jacoby Brissett. They haven't given Baker any reason to believe they'd let him go. They pretty much told him they weren't going to. So why do you want Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield, and Jacoby Brissett on your roster? You know what I mean? Like, Brissett's a great backup.
Yeah, he's top
That's a
of the
guy
line.
you can lean on. You know, I don't expect Deshaun Watson to just walk in and be amazing all over again. You know, it's kind of like Conor McGregor said after he broke his damn leg. Like, you spend too much time out of the octagon, you come back and you're not the same. It's the same thing with the field. You spend too much time off the field, you come back and you're not the same. Adrian Peterson, good example.
I thought he came back and had a 2,000-yard season.
The year after the kid thing?
I was talking about his ACL. It was his ACL. My bad.
I'm talking about the kid thing. So, but yeah, man. I don't like it. I like Amari Cooper though. I think he'll catch a ton of balls.
Bro, he's going super late.
Hit me.
Has there ever been a more sensual song?
No, it really isn't.
It reminds me
I'll
of
play it for you.
It reminds me of that thing's been going around. It's an old ass clip, but it's an announcer. This dude catches a ball on the sideline. I think it's Michael Crabtree actually. He's like, I'm just so impressed by his ability to suck in those balls. Oh God. But yeah, man, I think Amari Cooper is going to be an absolute value, especially if you're like drafting like right now for Dynasty. Amari Cooper's only like 27 years old.
Yeah.
And there are no other targets there. Donovan Peoples-Jones is a freaking, he runs 9 routes. That's all he does. They got rid of Austin Hooper, who signed with Tennessee. So it's just David Njoku and Harrison Bryant.
Well, that was going to be my next question to you. What do we think about Njoku? Because I like him.
I think he's going to be a necessary evil. I don't think Njoku's very good, personally.
Wow.
I think he's very athletic.
Hot take, yeah.
I love the name.
Well, that's what you want.
Yeah, no, I think he'll be a necessary evil. I think because Jarvis Landry is all but gone, right? He's like, fuck this. He's trying to get a $20 million a year deal, actually.
He posted up earlier, thank God for all these blessings and whatnot. You look at his Twitter. It would make you assume something's happened.
We got a good question from our friend Anthony here. So what's up, fantasy friends? We may have already covered this, but who is the most improved team so far from free agency 2022? I already gave my answer, so I'll answer you, Anthony. I think it's the Bengals. I think they made all the moves in the right spots. They did not go crazy. It helps when you don't need a lot of help either, right? You don't have to fill a bunch of holes. But shoring up with 3 new starters on the offensive line, absolutely crushed it for me. And then making sure you get Jesse Bates back on a deal as well. So I really like what the Bengals have done.
You know, when you talk about most improved, I try to make sure that I factor in these teams that kind of started with nothing and now are something, just as well as these teams that were on the cusp and are now legitimate home run hitters. If I think, God, man, that's such a tough one. because I'm still inclined to say the Broncos. You just cannot quantify what Russell Wilson is really worth in terms of football and how the game works. I'll say this. I will say I think that the Broncos are the most improved. I think the Raiders are the best reset. And as far as going from bottom to top of a division, you're going to shoot me for this one, but I think the Washington Commanders have made
I agree.
decisions. Those are my answers.
So Anthony, I didn't think about improved. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Corey here. Probably Miami. 9-8 last year, or 8-9, whatever they were. But this should be a playoff team for sure.
If Teddy plays.
God damn it.
Teddy.
I don't
What do you think, Cam?
I'm never going to endorse Tua. Doesn't matter. He can win.
I don't know, man. There's a lot going on. I'm still inclined to say the Raiders, just because what we were talking about earlier, and obviously I'm a fucking Devontae Adams mark like a motherfucker.
A mark.
And I like a good underdog tale, man. Like the Raiders, like you said, I'm really hoping for them. I think they got the weapons to do it now. So I'm gonna stick to my guns. And I'm going to go with the Raiders, and it's going to be awesome because they're going to do great shit, and they're going to fucking win. No, I'm just kidding. Titans going to beat it. Let's go.
There we go.
Tighten up, baby.
Tighten up.
And then just a couple more notes on the Browns here. Chase Winovich from the Patriots off of as an edge rusher. I really like him.
Winovich.
And then Jakeem Grant, second team All-Pro punt returner for the past 2 seasons. I think having a good return man is absolutely a good investment to have, and I don't think he really costs that much money either.
Nope.
On to everybody's least favorite team.
I know.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
We have a trade proposition here in the chat. Give you a first for Vontae Cam Hall. I have never heard of that player. You're going to have to specify who Vontae Cam Hall is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Sounds awesome.
Yeah. He sounds like he's probably a long snapper.
He'd be an ass beater as a long snapper too. Just out there essentially just beating ass and
snapping
ass balls, and it's just some good clean fun.
It is.
The Steelers bring in Mitchell Trubisky. Mitchell Trubisky is the savior of Pittsburgh.
Mitch Trubisky, man, that shit is wild to me. Like, because I don't know.
I like it, but
I think he wants Devontae Adams for a first rounder.
We'll talk about it later, dude. I already give you the cue. I already gave you the.
Then he talks about your butt. He wants to poking
that
you
usually
in your
means
butt.
no, but you're bumping meat. Boy, bumping meat. Big meaty man bumping meat, baby.
Because he would be bumping meat. Whatever they were doing at his, that's the song that was going on constantly.
When I was out there long snapping some balls. God, go ahead.
All right, Mitchell Trubisky, the savior of Pittsburgh.
Did Corey have a comment just now?
Yeah, he just said.
No, that's a different Corey.
Oh,
wait. Oh, yeah, this isn't our Corey. This is fake Corey.
This is a swoop. I think, that's swoop from our
bumping meat, baby.
Okay. All right, so Mitch Trubisky, I actually like it a lot. I definitely am glad that they didn't decide to go out there with Rudolph or Haskins. That would have been
a nightmare.
Yeah, because a reindeer can't throw a football.
Ha! Oh, what am I gonna? Okay.
God damn it, Cameron! Stop.
Nope, it's too much. You ruined it.
So dumb. You are really dumb.
I didn't have everything queued up. I just hit the button in like 3 rand. My bad.
Let's hear about Mitchell. Stupid first name Trubisky.
Rudolph Trubisky.
So let's hear about it, Rudolph Trubisky. That sounds like easily the world's most communist person.
Rudolph Trubisky.
So yeah, man, I love that idea. We know Mitch has got some athleticism too. When a team is struggling on the offensive line, you need that. You have a running back who can catch the crap out of the football, and you've got two receivers. Did they replace Juju? No, they haven't yet. They have not.
They haven't replaced James Washington either.
Ouch.
Getting rid of Juju was a good move. I'll give them that.
Yeah, get rid of him. But yeah. So you got two good receivers. We gotta work on that. You got a great
Pat Fryermuth as well.
I would say Muth. I like him. Okay, so we
Deontay
got
Johnson is still there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Deontay Johnson and Clace Chapel.
Clace Chapel.
And he is. So we brought back Chukwuma Okorafor, 3 years.
Thank God you said that.
I don't even know what that word is.
James Daniel signed a 3-year. Mason Cole signed a 3-year. So they're definitely working on the offensive line. Definitely need another tackle. Definitely need another guard. Let's see here. Miles Jack came through. That's
they're
Spillane.
like perennially looking for freaking linebacker help.
I like Spillane. Robert Spillane can play. He showed a lot last year, I think. Definitely was in the highlight reels for Pittsburgh quite a few times. Obviously, they have one player who just don't stop. But but outside of him, you got to have some help.
Don't stop Watt. That's what they call him.
Don't stop Watt. And then, obviously they've got a great safety. They signed Miles Killebrew. They signed 3 corners. They didn't do anything sexy. They didn't do anything big in Pittsburgh. Trubisky, I guess you could say he was, but I just think Trubisky is a guy who can handle the pressure. He can scramble if the line's not quite there yet. If I'm being critical of them, the line should be fixed by now. You knew what you had 5 years ago. I don't know what they're doing, but
they brought in all 3 of those guys. According to our lads, it's like a good website for depth charts. If anybody's looking for that, I'm sure you use it. But all 3 of the guys they brought in, Cole, Daniels, and however the Emeka Okafor, are going to be starters.
Cool.
Oh, sorry. What?
You're good. Emeka Okafor is an old center for the UConn Huskies.
Yeah,
I hated him a lot.
Yeah,
they won that championship in 2004 with him.
How many okras you want for?
As long as they're fried.
Yeah, that wasn't good. I'll give myself one.
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah. There we go.
I'll take
it.
it.
You know what? It's just a dead subject. Nobody gives a shit about the Steelers. They didn't do anything.
Yeah, moving on.
They really don't, man. Like only people that give a fuck what's going on in Pittsburgh are Pittsburgh fans. Like literally over the scope of the entire nobody gives a shit what's going on in Pittsburgh. Like everybody is like, oh, cool, man. This is going on in Kansas City. Raiders, Jacksonville, Tennessee's got some stuff going on. What's the Patriots doing? Nobody gives 2 fucking shits about the Steelers. I'm sorry. They're stupid, and I hate them.
The time has come, and they have the worst quarterback in the division.
Yep. They lost Palomalu those years back, and it's just been ever since.
They just have the thinnest roster.
He retired like 06.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion,
you're right, man.
They have the thinnest roster. I think that's the best way to put it. Is
their roster is as thin as Roethlisberger's hairline. Oh, give it to me.
I figured that was coming. Who's winning this division then?
Easily the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah,
they have the best quarterback in the division. They have great receivers who just can't. You think? Oh my God! Are you really trying to tell me you think Deshaun Watson's better than Joe Burrow?
Yes.
Fuck you. You. And the whole
Joe Burrow has much better weapons, but as a pure quarterback goes, Deshaun Watson is at this stage better than Joe Burrow.
Wow.
Okay. Hey, rebuttal.
Suck on it, you gobbler. Suck on it, you gobbler.
Kill it with fire. I hate it. I hate it. I hate that take. All right, but Lamar Jackson is.
He's pulling his cock out.
So explain to me.
Shut the fuck up with the goddamn.
So we haven't seen Deshaun. All right, we're about to the fight. All right, so We haven't seen Deshaun Watson in 2 years, 3 years, 2 years. And
The
what
last
did
he
we
played was in 2020.
what did we know about Deshaun Watson 2 years ago? We knew that he held the ball too long. He took a lot of sacks. He turned the ball over when he was under duress. He did a lot of things behind that offensive line that, granted, wasn't great, but he did a lot of things behind that offensive line that were super questionable. And that was the hot take on Deshaun Watson, was that he couldn't get rid of the ball when he had the best receiver in football. So fast forward. Now we're here. We got Amari Cooper's a great route runner. You said it yourself, and Njoku's not that great.
I don't think so.
I mean, Jarvis Landry, I'm assuming he's coming back because of his Twitter account right now, but that could be a whole other team. I don't know. He could go to the Pittsburgh Steelers. He'd fit there. He's a good replacement for Juju, in my opinion.
He would be,
but,
actually.
Yeah, that'd be a good fit. But my thing is, Lamar Jackson last year. We said 2 years ago, when Deshaun Watson wasn't playing, we said Lamar Jackson can't come from behind and win a game. He has to constantly beat you up front. He has to wear you down with his athleticism. So where do we go from here? A year later, Lamar Jackson is winning games, fourth quarter drives. And look, we did this earlier. Go ahead and look that up. Just Google game-winning drives of Lamar Jackson.
Hold on 1 second. I wanted to say this. In 2020, Deshaun Watson threw for 4,823 yards. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Lamar Jackson put how many all-purpose yards together? The difference is when Lamar Jackson drops back and he doesn't have somebody to throw to. He doesn't hold on the ball and cause a turnover. He fucking books it, shit gets it all the way to the damn end zone. That's what he does.
But dude, if you gave Deshaun, I hate this argument because people use it against Dak Prescott all the time. So I'm just gonna whatever. If you gave Deshaun Watson the weapons that Joe Burrow has or Lamar Jackson has, he would put up better statistical seasons than both of those guys.
Statistically, sure. But would he have won enough games to get to a Super Bowl behind that offensive line? No, he wouldn't. He would have held on to the ball. He would have done exactly.
He drugged that team to the freaking playoffs. Didn't they beat Tennessee in 2019 in the playoffs?
Houston?
Yes.
I don't believe so.
Are you
then
sure?
We lost 2019. 2019, I think we lost to. Hold on.
2018, maybe.
2019, we lost to the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game.
Emotional damage.
Just bring it back. I don't like it.
Okay, no, you're right. I thought y'all. Anyways, it doesn't matter.
We won't talk about this shit on here, dude.
Anyways, I'm just saying I like Deshaun Watson as the best quarterback in that division. However, I'm going to go with the Ravens to win the division. I think the defense actually stays healthy. I think they're the best coached team in that division. Well, I don't know. Mike Tomlin's is a great coach, but he has nothing to work with. So I'm going Ravens. Jason's going Bengals. Cam, you going Bengals as well?
Going Bengals, yeah.
Coward.
Oh!
We're going to have some of these more of these debates, but we've only got through two divisions. It's been an hour, so we're going to have to move up a little bit.
Let's go.
In the East, we got the Buffalo Bills, Von Miller, Case Keenum, Roger Saffold. I wanted to say that one real bad. Jamison Crowder and OJ Howard. They're kind of relevant ones there. What is that? Why does the Saffold one hurt so bad? Did he go from a team that you like or something?
I like him a lot.
Yeah,
I like him a lot. That offensive line is just falling apart in Tennessee, isn't it?
Shut up, bitch.
No, they weren't.
Sorry, you didn't deserve that. That was a reaction. Fuck.
They think Radens can do it. They think Radens can play that position. So we're going to see Dylan Radens. We'll see if he. For some reason, they think he can play it. I don't know. We'll see.
I thought you said Raiden, like the dude from
fucking Mortal Kombat. Hey, man. Be making some moves. They're questionable. They're still getting, looked
Those
at.
Those are electrifying.
Yeah, come on.
These electrifying moves in Tennessee.
Okay, his name now on is Raiden.
He's Raiden. We have Raiden at right guard.
Raiden
left
got
guard.
another pancake block.
Left guard right next to Luan.
Oh, yeah.
Luan would sit beside a god.
Yeah. I mean, what do y'all think about the Bills? I think the Von Miller. I think they paid way too much money for Von Miller. Personally, I love the Saffold signing. I love the Jamison Crowder signing.
It's a win now. It's a win
Yeah, it
now.
is.
That's why you paid that. But guess what? I love that fucking Jamison Crowder signing. I love the Duke Johnson signing. I love the Jake Kumerow signing. That is really low key. Dude, Kumerow can catch. We'll see. Josh Allen's gonna catch some people sleeping with him. It won't be a lot, but there'll be some key moments where Kumerow does some shit. Got Shaq Lawson. Daquan Jones is amazing up front.
That's true, yeah.
God damn it, man. I love them. I think they're going to win this year. That's why I wouldn't commit earlier to the Broncos. I like the Bills. This is the Bills' year.
Oh, damn it, dude. We're going to have the same take then because I honestly think the Bills win the Super Bowl this year. I really do.
Josh Allen was so heartbroken when Mahomes lost that shit in overtime. It just you could just tell it was like, oh, okay. Yeah. I'm not having this again.
Never again. It's been 2 years in a row of that shit. Anyways, Cam, anything to say about the Burrows?
Just real quick, if you don't follow Josh Allen on Twitter, you have to. He's one of the most active players, and it's hilarious. Like somebody put something up earlier about Trayvon Diggs. Always wanting to have played with his brother and how trying to get them to trade Stephon to Dallas, and you just see Josh Allen just pop up in the thousands of comments. Just no.
Yeah, no.
I just love it because it's like nobody would do that. Like it's just funny that he's that way. But go ahead.
Yeah, It was Stephon Diggs. He was like, I always want to play with my brother. And then, like Jason said, no. It's so funny.
That's just so fucking.
Yeah. No, the Bills,
what you got to say?
I'm just going to echo what y'all said. That's what I was trying to say before, and then I was kind of stutter stepping it because Jason had a good point. And all I was going to say is I was going to save you some time and just give you my pick for who's going to take this division. It's going to be the Bills, and they are going to do amazing this coming year.
Yep.
Like that's just a team that, like you said, they want it. They want it. They've been fucking screwed out of it, and they're gonna bring the heat this year, man. I'm excited to see them play. Josh Allen is by far, not only is he one of the coolest quarterbacks, most down to earth, like you're talking about the Twitter and shit like that, he's just such a likable quarterback, man. He's so fucking good at what he does, and he's so fun to watch that you cannot, and you got Diggs, man, you cannot watch this team and not root for them, especially the history they've had, man. They're the fucking Bills. Been fucked year after year after year after year.
4 straight Super Bowls.
You're rooting for them. I don't care who you are, unless you're like a fan
Patriots
of somebody
fan.
else in that. Didn't obviously not, but like anybody that watches, your team don't make it to the Super Bowl, you can be like, if they make it, you're like, give me the Bills. Give me the Bills.
Oh yeah,
Josh Allen is the new Phillip Rivers as far as like passionate on the field and like passionate play. I love it. He's a lot better than. Well, I'm not going to say all that now. Maybe he could become a lot better than Phillip Rivers. I'll just say this: the last thing for the Bills for me, I low key, like Jason said, love the Jamison Crowder signing. He is, in my opinion, a pretty good upgrade over Cole Beasley in the slot. I think that you can do a lot worse as your wide receiver 3 or like your first flex position in Dynasty than Jamison Crowder. I love that signing.
He might get 10 targets a game. You just don't know.
He really could.
But you know what? Duke Johnson's sneaky. Keep him on your radar because, look, the Bills have struggled with running backs. I almost called him Zach Morris. Zach.
Yes.
Zach Moss.
We got Raiden, Zach Morris.
I knew it was close. I'm like, what?
Raiden.
Zach Moss wasn't getting it done. Singletary was out there playing for his contract. I don't think that guy could be consistent, year in and year out. Duke Johnson could get real sneaky real quick. Keep your eye on it.
Yeah, definitely a strong name. Final Four team. Who's I hope to God they get to play against Carolina, by the way, in the Final Four. Beat them and then en route to winning the national championship in Coach K's last season. I don't care if they have to cheat to do it, but I just want to see it happen.
Even I would golf clap that. That's movie shit. So yeah, okay, that's fair.
All right, moving on to the Miami Dolphins. The Fiends. You can't start anywhere but Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
Paid out the ass for him, but now you have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Mike Gesicki, and as far as like speed goes, freaking Raheem Mostert ran a 4.31. That team is just filled with freaking speed.
Yeah, you got Mostert and Edmonds.
The drugs.
It's about the drugs. It's about fucking time, though. Really, I mean, they haven't moved on a running back in God knows how long. To have Mostert and Edmonds all of a sudden out of nowhere, okay,
yeah,
that's baller. Let's do it. And then let's see here. You brought in Alec Ingold, so you know they're going to run the football. It's so crazy seeing fullbacks again.
I know,
there
right?
was like a minute where they just disappeared, but like they're coming back.
I thought it was only like John Kuhn and Patrick Ricard were the only fullbacks left in all of the NFL.
Yeah. Teron Armstead.
Ooh, that's nice.
Emmanuel Ogbah, not bad. Let's see here. Connor Williams, not bad. Gesicki is going to be. It's crazy they brought Tyreek in because Gesicki and Tyreek are going to be like Kelsey and Tyreek were. You know what I mean? Like it's there, and so I really like that. And
me too.
I just think as long as Teddy Bridgewater plays quarterback, they'll be pretty good.
That's it. That's it right there. That's the asterisk on it. Yep.
Tua's going to play. He's going to crush it.
Fuck that guy.
Tua's going to play, and he's going to suck, and he's going to get benched, and then
there's only one
and show us what he can do, what he should have been doing.
Only one lefty of all time that I approve of.
Steve Young.
Yes.
Okay.
Fair enough. A former Jason would have given you the Tebow speech, but I've learned. I've burned and I've learned.
Yeah. Well, it's good to see that you're growing. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
You take them on the chin, and you just keep rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where would y'all take? Okay, so Tyreek Hill was probably like, I would think ADP top 5 in dynasty drafts.
Mm-hmm.
Where does he go now?
I mean, he's still going to go top 10, like without a doubt.
I mean, as far as with wide receivers, not overall wide receivers.
Yeah, I mean, still
top 10. You think?
Yeah, I mean, just because you got, well, I mean, shit.
Because I'm not sure I wouldn't take Jalen Waddle over him. I know that's a hot take. I really know that's a hot take.
I don't know, man. All right, so give me. All right, let's say, for example, he doesn't make the top 5. Give me 5 wide receivers that you would take before Tyreek Hill right now.
Before Tyreek?
Yep.
In Dynasty, Jamar Jefferson. If I could have Jamar Jefferson and Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson do the fusion dance, let's go. But
can't do
Chase,
that,
Jefferson, Cup.
Adams.
I won't think I would take Adams top 5.
Wow, why?
He's 30 years old already.
It doesn't matter.
He was the best receiver in football the last 2 years, and he's linking up with a guy he has a ton of experience playing with.
It's a movie, Eric.
I don't care.
It's a movie. It just gets good before he dies of drugs in a few years.
So you think Devontae Adams just fell off this offseason? Like he just
No, I don't. I think I'm talking for Dynasty for the next 3 years.
Oh, I thought we were just ranking receivers. I apologize.
Oh no, if you're ranking receivers, hell yeah, Devontae.
I'm just hot for the sake of being hot. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, dude. I'm just kidding.
AJ Brown. Put AJ Brown in there in Dynasty because guess what? He's going to get paid.
And CeeDee Lamb.
But AJ Brown is going to get paid next year, whether it be with the Tennessee Titans or not. That man's got a lot of years to play, and he's about to get a huge contract. You got to keep AJ Brown up there somewhere.
Y'all just named 6 or 7 wide receivers right there. So I mean, obviously, right after that group, I would feel comfortable taking Hill somewhere at the bottom.
Might be right,
bottom, so he's not going to be up there in the top 3 like he was or top 5, but I mean, he's definitely going to be in the top 10 because it's somebody that you want. Like, you know, he's going to produce. Like, you know what's going to happen. It might not be the numbers that he's had the last couple of years, but you know, like, you're going to take him because you know that like he might not be your wide receiver 1 for like points in your for your total team, but you know he's still going to put up hella good points for you. So, and
you're probably going to get that discount of him and Jalen Waddle being together. Mm-hmm. They're both probably going to be discounted. We're doing a startup draft Saturday this Saturday. So I'm curious to see where both of those go. We'll talk about it next time. Cam is excited. He's headbanging over there.
Dude, this is the first draft I'm getting to do since we done the
DNVR?
Yeah, DNVR. And I've been wanting to do a draft. Like I've been studying up on it and doing all this bunch of stuff, and I'm just excited for it. Let's go.
That was before the 2019. Yeah.
Yep. I don't know what that
a little
was.
China there.
China.
And then as far as the Patriots go, they signed Trent Brown. That's pretty much, literally to me, the only relevant move that they made.
Nobody cares about the Patriots.
Yeah, we're moving on.
Look, we need to know who the fuck is running that offense. Is it Bill O'Brien? That's the hot rumor. I need to know who the OC is. Like, you can't. What can you possibly derive from what we know right now?
That's what I'm saying. I don't. They're the biggest question mark for me because I don't know. I don't know what their offensive philosophy is going to be. I don't even know if Mac Jones is for real. He looked really good last year, I think, especially in that duel that he had with what?
They brought Malcolm Butler back. I wonder if Belichick can like revive him with some voodoo.
He's like 36 years old or something.
Voodoo Mama Juju.
Voodoo Mama Juju. But yeah, I don't care about the Patriots, to be honest.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, I don't really care about the Jets either. They signed an offensive guard, Laken Tomlinson. I believe he played.
Look,
this is a 49er.
This is all you need to know about the Jets.
Good.
They were fucking horrible last year. They were horrible the year before that, and they're going to stay horrible this year.
I disagree.
Boom.
Let me tell y'all something that happened to me on Twitter this morning, and I want to get y'all's opinions because you're freaking Titans fans. Somebody said, I was like, what the hell's going on with these A.J. Brown to the Jets rumors? And this dude said, this is great for his fantasy value. I was like, I thought he was joking, so I did that gif of like Will Ferrell going, I don't believe you. And he lights up the cigarette, you know? And he's like, nah, better quarterback, better offensive line, and they don't have Derrick Henry in New York. I was like, okay. Yes, exactly. I was like, okay, I can say I think they probably do have a better offensive line at this point. The Jets do. Definitely not a better quarterback. And yeah, granted, Derrick Henry won't be there, so he should get more opportunities, at passes or at catching passes. There's a potential spam calling me. I like spam, but I don't like potential spam.
No, just fried.
That's mostly just delirious. Your team has sucked for all of these years. You get that one, like, possibly it's a rumor, and then you're just looking for any justification you can to get them there and why it would be so great. That's all that is. It's a delusional fuck who's on Twitter spread bullshit and is going to be real upset when it doesn't happen. Because, like, if I was A.J. Brown, I would be like, look, they could pay me, but I ain't stepping in that fucking shitstorm of a team. Fuck them. My legacy is not going to die.
Pay me.
Yeah, I ain't dying with the Jets. Not happening. Fuck them. Yeah.
Corey Davis is going to get – I will say Corey Davis, he might be good for 600-700 yards this year, but that's Elijah Moore's offense. It's nobody else's offense. Sure, they did all right at running back last year. I think you won't see any. What was his name?
Michael Carter.
Yeah, Carter ain't moving. Uzuma, who's your mama? He might catch balls.
And
he might
Tyler
be okay.
Conklin.
Conklin's he's actually pretty good too. So, but it's Elijah Moore's offense, dude. And to think otherwise, you're just crazy. I mean, even as good as A.J. Brown is, I mean, who was the one that told the world about Elijah Moore? You know what I mean? It was A.J. Brown. So I don't think it. Even if it happens, it's still Elijah Moore's offense. I don't give a shit.
What I saw, I scrolled through the dude's page or the person's, I don't know who it is, girl, boy, whatever. They had their pinned tweet was from before the 2021 draft, and they had Zach Wilson as their number one quarterback. I was like, oh, that's just a take lock. You're just saying this because you had that take a year ago at this point.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. You know good and well, Ryan Tannehill is not.
Go ahead. Don't you know it's cool? Don't you know it's cool to just shit all over Ryan Tannehill for no reason?
He shits on himself. Actually, his wide receivers shit on him enough in the playoffs. Oh, there's a perfectly thrown ball right to my hands. Oh, let me just throw it in the air.
Yep.
Shut up, bitch.
Hey,
that's
the truth.
He's right this time. Akina fucked us. Westbrook Akina fucked us. That's all there is to it. Yeah, Westbrook was
Swedishly made, not great. All right, who wins? Do we even have to ask this? Who wins this division?
No, it's the
Yeah, I'm gonna-
Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills.
I'm going
Give it
Bills.
to
Nobody
them.
circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
It puts the lotion on the skin, or else it gets the hose again. Eric sneezing like a dumbass.
Oh my god, my freaking allergies are killing me right now. All right, so we are through 3 divisions, and we've been an hour and 20. So we're only going to do the AFC today, boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll do the NFC some point this week. And
Yep.
Cam, you have to take work off for that, just so you know.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Let me just call out and tell them that they can suck a dick.
That
Mhm.
sounds
Do it.
wonderful. Tell them gobblers that. I hope that gobblers becomes a thing on this show because it's so funny.
Suck a dick, suck a motherfucking dick, suck a dick, suck a huge or small.
Is that Jordan?
Wow.
It sounded like Jordan
Wow.
for a second.
Wow.
I've been waiting to use that one. I was ready for
That's
it.
amazing.
All right.
Yeah.
In the AFC South, the cream
Good
of the crop is the Houston Texans. I'm just playing.
You motherfucker, take it back.
The Texans are up first. Actually, I just put a future bet on. It was like the Colts are actually favorites to win this division according to DraftKings, and I got like plus 230 on the Titans. I was like, yes, please. That's $5 easy.
Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot on the Colts fucking subreddit, man. They really have. I don't know what the Colts have done through like their media to make everybody think that they are legitimately going to take that division this year. It's not
Matt
going to
Ryan.
happen. It's sad that they're this delusional. They're like the Jets guy. Like fucking, you get one like piece,
Zach
and they're like,
Wilson's the best.
bro, this is it. This is it. We've been on their heels all. You haven't been on Tennessee's heels. Tennessee's been whooping that ass. Like I don't get it. Like I don't fucking get it.
They chased us last year until we shut them out. That's what it was.
And then they lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars in Week 18.
Yeah, that right there. That's it. You lost to Jacksonville and didn't make the playoffs. You had a
Look.
shoe in. You were supposed to be there, and you fucking lost to Trevor Lawrence and the boys just fucking playing high school ball, just throwing it around, having a good time. You fucking lost it.
So
Yeah, that was terrible.
So yeah, I mean, I'm assuming because we're talking about the Colts, I'm assuming we're just going to just go ahead and scoot over the Texans. Look, they signed a lot of guys. None of it is going to matter.
none of it
It's the
matters.
same team you saw last year, and maybe Kyle Allen helps the situation, but I doubt it. So let's jump into the Colts. No need to even harp on the Texans.
No, they're not winning the division.
My 2-year-old, and it's funny because her grandpa is in our chat. I just saw her run outside and jump on the trampoline, butt ass naked, and then I saw Brittany run up the trampoline steps to grab her. So that's what's happening in our house right now.
That's going
That's
down.
what I think that's what she was going. She was like, "God, I just listened to Down with the Sickness. I'm going out here with my thickness." I don't know.
It'd have been so much better if she would have like kicked the dog on the way out or something. Or like
we don't
just
have
fucking-
dogs.
Oh, never mind.
I put them all down.
Yeah,
Never mind. That was a friend of mine.
Oh, that was rough.
Hit it. No, you know the one I want you to do.
Shut up, bitch.
Nope. Emotional damage.
Oh, yeah. That one's so high up on the list, so I'm literally having to go through and like click
Jason.
each one. I got to scroll through. That's why it's taking me a second.
Jason,
I know
what were you
about
saying?
where they're at.
So
Cam's
listen,
on a timeout.
yeah. So the Matt Ryan, the Matt Ryan thing, man. What changed about his situation other than he's got an improved offensive line? Sure. You know, they didn't have suspended for gambling. Why can't I think of
Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, sure. They didn't have Calvin Ridley all of last season, but you put Calvin Ridley back, you plug him back in that Atlanta offense. I just don't see a much better offense in Indianapolis. Maybe I'm crazy. You get a running back. Yeah, you get a running back. But I mean,
You get a hell of a running back.
as far as him, Matt Ryan throwing the ball what he has under center, he's got better protection, mediocre weapons. Nothing. I mean,
mediocre at best.
Much better defense in Indy.
Yeah, much better defense. I just don't see where they put him in a position to do what he needs to do. Like Matt Ryan should be a guy like a Russell Wilson, like an Aaron Rodgers, who's trying to get to a team to go win one. And maybe he pulls it out. I don't know, but I just didn't think Indianapolis was like cream of the crop.
I can't imagine the market was that salivating that much over Matt Ryan either.
Which is crazy though, because he really hasn't regressed all that much. The team around him regressed.
Yeah,
but he's definitely
his
not
play
one of
has
those
been
consistent. Yeah, he's consistently mediocre. Yeah, like his name doesn't pop. Like Matt Ryan has been playing for fucking ever, but like you won't say that he's in the bottom. You're like, no, he's not he's definitely not at the top. Like, you throw out Rodgers, Brady, Burrow, Josh Allen, fucking even Ryan Tannehill. Like, if people want to go down that route, Deshaun Watson, everybody, all these other quarterbacks are just like so much more of a namesake. And then you got Matt Ryan, and you're just like, oh, what's that guy up to now? Like, what's he been doing?
Okay, so listen to this then. All right, so just going back, holy crap, last few years, we'll go back 4 years. 2018, 4,924 yards, 35 touchdowns. 2019, 4,466 yards, 26 touchdowns. 2020, 4,581 yards, 26 touchdowns. 2021, 3,968 yards, 20 touchdowns. Now, why was that? He didn't have anyone to throw to. Okay, so when we look at 2018 through 2020, Jesus Christ, those are some numbers. Almost 5,000 yards in 2018. And then look at the 2019-2020, his numbers are almost identical per season. 4,500 yards each season, 26 touchdowns on the nose each season. He is a consistent player. Mm-hmm. He hasn't regressed. That team regressed.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I guess as a fan, I'm pulling for him to not do great. As a fan,
I like Matt Ryan because Matt Ryan's one of the last guys who knew that Peyton Manning style of football. He's one of those last guys that really knows how to get up to the line. And sure, people make all kinds of changes and whatnot. What I'm talking about is Matt Ryan is one of those guys who grew up in that era where that was exceptional quarterback play. A lot of times now people are running read options. Matt Ryan wasn't one of those guys. He's one of these guys that could still out there and just be that pure pocket passer for you and just destroy shit. I don't know.
Matt Ryan can't run a read option because he's not fast.
I get that, but my point is it's a different style of quarterbacking.
Fair.
And he's the last ones to do it. And
him and Brady, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Tom won't die. So, but
Tom's here forever.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, get him some receivers, and I think you see something.
Okay. And then the only other person they really signed of relevance to me was Yannick Ngakoue to be an edge rusher. They lost a little bit on their defensive side, but I still think Indy's the second best team in that division, in my opinion. But to me, it's the Titans are like head and shoulders above everybody else in that division. Personally,
absolutely.
That's why I thought that betting line was so crazy. I'm like, really? Like, I guess Matt Ryan moved it that much, but I want to hit the Texans real quick because I know y'all don't like them, but I think this is a really cool case study. And really, I would love to try and do this in like Madden franchise mode. But
how about you?
All right, that's enough out of you. They received Cleveland's first round picks 2022 through 2024, a third rounder and a fourth rounder. They got 6 picks in the top 110 of this draft. Fix it. Y'all fix it. How would you do it?
I'm not touching it. That organization is so fucked. I'm not touching it. Like, I'm good, man. Yeah, no, they're trash. It's always going to be trash, and they're going to come in the bottom again. And they lost the only thing that was good down there. So
you sound like a redneck abusive dad to like his teenage son. You're trash, and you're always going to be trash.
Bro, fixing the Houston Texans right now is that's a chore.
So they got the number 3. They've got the number 3 overall pick.
Okay.
And then the number. So they have the number 3 and the number 13 in the first round of this draft.
All right. So
What do you attack first?
we
Because
gotta
you've got a couple of edge rushers, a couple offensive tackles up there, a safety that's really, really good up there, and a couple corners that are good around the top 5.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at what this team is made of right here, right now.
Garbage.
Oh my god,
Not a lot.
Dude.
Oh my god, you have to start with pass rush. You have to start with an edge rusher. You can get to a cornerback later if you got 6 in the top 100. God damn, dude. Here's my problem. This is where my CPU gets overheated. I can't fix a team if I can't get a quarterback, and I don't see an option. They're happy with what they have. I don't understand why, but I'm glad that they are happy with what they have because it means we don't have to play anybody relevant.
Yeah.
I can't fix the quarterback situation this year. I can't.
Yeah.
So it's like I said earlier, Kyle Allen, maybe Kyle Allen. I don't know. I don't know how to fix that. I mean, I can go in here and I can get you a defensive end. I can get you a corner. We can get some receivers, maybe a running back. Even though they're stacked at running back, they've got like every 28-year-old at the end of his career running back.
Why do they have so many? I'm looking at their depth chart. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Isn't it like
they have
David
6 running backs right now? What the shit?
Yeah, it's like David Johnson,
We can trade 'em.
Philip Lindsay,
Rex Burkhead, Daria Gumbawale, Royce Freeman, Scotty Phillips. I don't even know who that is. I literally don't know who Scotty Phillips is.
I've never heard of him. Yeah, but Royce Freeman probably being the youngest of all of them, and
he's like 26.
Yeah, I don't like this at all, dude. I mean, so yeah, I guess if I was tasked with it, I would go ahead and try to build that defensive end corner connection we know we have to have. I would probably try to get one of the stud running backs that are coming out. Maybe even one of the scat backs. I would try to build the backfield. I would try to build that defensive end and that corner. But I mean, there's just no quarterback. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, and hey, you still have Brandon Cooks. That's a damn good receiver. Like, he just needs a fucking quarterback. Like, I don't know how to help him. It's not going to be Kyle Allen. You know what? I take it back. It's not going to be Kyle Allen. It's sure as shit it's not going to be Jeff Driscoll. They're fucked. There's no way. You can't fix them. You can't fix them. At this point,
the general manager and the owner need to look at this team like the team from Semi-Pro, the Tropics. You just give all your best players away, right? Get everything you can. Look at the money. Start doing hot dog eating contests at your games.
For the life of me,
start giving out more free T-shirts. Stuff like that. You need to start marketing towards your team being trash.
6 picks, man. For the life of me, you got 6 picks in the top 100. You got a ton coming to you for Watson. Why didn't they want Baker? I can't figure that out.
So I have a theory. I literally have a theory about this.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be bad because there's no viable quarterbacks. I mean, you could say what you want about Malik Willis or one of the other guys. I can't even remember their names. Like, to be honest with you, I'm not a college football guy either. But they want to be bad, and so because you have Bryce Young, you've got a couple really, really like stud quarterbacks coming out in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
I think they want to be bad, and honestly, man, why not see what you have in Davis Mills? Just throw him out there. Maybe he is a Dak Prescott or a freaking Russell Wilson as a 3rd rounder or a Tom Brady as a 6th rounder. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but why not? If it was me, I'm attacking defensive end at 3, and then I'm getting a freaking left tackle at 13. And then after that, I'm building just in the trenches. And then, like you said, Jason, in the corners, I'll probably draft like 3 corners in this draft. Like just to see what you got.
Yeah, I mean, I just think Davis Mills already showed us what he got. So I don't know.
I don't think Davis Mills is that bad, honestly. You could do worse than Davis Mills.
I think Tyrod Taylor outplayed him with ease.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah. Tyrod.
He's gonna have Daniel Jones's job here a little bit.
Yeah, he will. I mean, I'm looking here. Let me see. The last 5 games of the season, Davis Mills, 252 yards a game, 2 touchdowns a game, 102.4 passer rating. Wasn't terrible. Didn't play against – that was against Seattle, Jacksonville. The Chargers, good. San Francisco, good. And then Tennessee, I don't think Tennessee really – I don't know if y'all needed to win that game or whatever, but anywho.
I think we still won it.
I think you did too.
Yeah. We still won it. Probably didn't need to, but we did.
Most
It was like
injured
28-25.
most injured team in football last year, by the way.
Yepers.
All right. Jacksonville Jaguars, what the fuck are you doing?
I have no comment. Go for it. Let them rip.
Literally,
I'm
dude, like you pay Christian Kirk, who is at best a wide receiver 2. At best. This dude couldn't have a productive year behind DeAndre Hopkins.
Mm-mm.
If you can't do that, then you don't. One of my brother's favorites say, if you can't do that, you don't deserve a shit. It's the truth. And you definitely don't deserve 4 years, $72 million. I'll say this. I did like the Brandon Scherf signing, the offensive guard from the Commanders. You got to shore up that offensive line. Foye Oluokun is a very similar player to Miles Jack. I don't know why you got rid of Miles Jack and paid him so much money, but whatever. Bringing Evan Ingram in is never a good move. That's probably the worst thing that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
You keep Dan Arnold, for Christ's sakes, instead of Evan Ingram. You paid Evan Ingram $9 million to drop passes for you. Good job. Dude, I don't get it. This is all I'll say. I saw a really good take. I wish I could remember who said it so I could give them credit, but it was on Twitter. But somebody was talking about how, like, if you were in a sports program as a youth or whatever, and you just had a trash-ass coach, and just the culture was all fucked up and toxic or whatever, and then you see these teams, like, literally turn that around. Like, I'm trying to think who – like Washington. Obviously, they didn't have a great year last year. That was because they were just – I think they were very injured as well, kind of like the Titans. But you bring in Ron Rivera, he automatically changes the culture. They make the playoffs in his first year as a head coach. Jason's already alluded to it. You actually like them in 2022. So you get rid of Urban Meyer and him kicking people and spending his time.
I should get a kick, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Who's that Aaron Donald guy? Who's that
my God. So you get rid of that trash right there, and that automatically that bumps you up at least a couple wins in my mind.
Who's that not guy? That is probably my favorite football moment ever.
Somebody just needs to send that man a trash can. And
just
all of us.
Who's the 3-time defensive player of the year? I don't know who that guy is. What?
It means he didn't watch a second of tape. Not a fucking one.
He is the Jamarcus Russell of coaches.
That's awesome.
Yeah, coach, I saw those coverages.
Who's
boss, I saw these. Yeah, boss, I looked at the NFL rosters.
Who's that number 12 throwing the football like that?
Who's that young man over there? He is everyone's drunk uncle who doesn't know what in the fuck is going on at any family gathering. That is Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
And he's like,
and
he's hitting on all of his cousins and stuff. Like, come on, man, stop doing that.
I take it back.
That's what you already said it, dude. That's you.
I take it back.
Nope,
I like the drunk uncle. I like the drunk uncle thing where it's just like no clue what the fuck I'm talking about, but I'm just going on and on like I've done it all. Like, fucking, yeah. Football.
When I was in Japan.
Yeah, when I was in Japan doing stuff.
Anyways, that's all I got to say about the Jaguars. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they were trying to accomplish by signing a very, very, like the most, you're even mediocre at being mediocre, Christian Kirk. Mm-hmm. Good for you. Like, let me say this. Good for him for getting that money. Like, I'm incredibly happy for him. Like, I'm always going to be, hell yeah, players first. Let's go. But that's not great. You know what we're going to do for you, Trevor? We're going to get you Christian Kirk. All right. Trevor's like, but Allen Robinson's out here, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill. No. We have one of those at home, and it's Christian Kirk. And you're like, but it's not the same, Mom.
We got him from Walmart. Just as good.
He's a Wish. He's a trash-ass Wish version of Tyreek Hill.
And I want to know why DJ Chark wasn't good enough. I mean, damn. You didn't even have to him like
We
shit.
were fighting. I want to say it was last year during the beginning of the season or something. We were fighting in the league over DJ Chark. Somebody was.
I like it. We're going to talk about that sometime this week, but man, I love that signing for Detroit.
Yeah.
DJ
Good
Chark.
on them.
Anyway, fuck the Jaguars. We're done. The Titans. Boys, take it away.
I'm just so
we got
proud
Bobby Trees. Bobby Trees.
He's proud of us to actually give Tannehill some receivers. He had to take every bit of our shortcomings on the chin for last season. Nobody cares that we were the most injured team in football. Nobody cares that we managed to be the number one in the AFC whilst dealing with that. Nobody gives a single shit about the fact that we haven't had a losing season since Vrabel came on, that we continuously show up in the playoffs, that we are building and building and building, that we had a running back come in off the street, literally off the couch, and almost produce Henry-like figures. Nobody seems to give a shit that Henry came in injured to play that playoff game. Nobody seems to give a shit that the team we played ended up going to the Super Bowl. It's just all because Ryan Tannehill is a terrible quarterback, and I'm sick of hearing that shit. I'm so fucking glad that they gave him some weapons because it's just doesn't matter. Like, nobody gives a fuck about a fact when it comes to Tannehill for some reason. So all he's done is sneakily be the best fourth quarter quarterback in the NFL for the last 5 years. That's all he's done, you know. So I'm over it. Sick and tired of hearing the bullshit. You know, he's 2-0 against Josh Allen. He's 2-1 against Lamar Jackson. He's 2-1 against Patrick Mahomes. He's, what else?
0-1 against Joe Burrow.
He is 0-1 against Joe Burrow. That's fair. But hey,
Don't
man,
you do it, Cam.
We'll come get him.
I stayed away from it. I was like, it's not worth it. Whatever. No.
Go ahead, Cam.
Nah, man, I was very, very stoked. I mean, they've done some good work this offseason, but getting Robert Woods, man, just seeing what impact he has already brought to the team, just the positivity and like his mindset. He said it. He could have went anywhere. He picked Tennessee. He wanted to come to Tennessee and show people that Ryan Tannehill is the deal, that team is going to do something. Like Jason said, consistently good, if not great, every year. So, I mean, I don't know.
We didn't. That was one thing we didn't have last year when we're blaming Westbrook and Keenah for being young and inexperienced in a big time crucial moment. Yeah, we're probably giving him a little bit more shit than he deserves. There was no big body over the middle to throw to.
Right.
And it's gotta be something we fixed. We never fixed it when Johnny left. It just didn't even get addressed.
Right.
So
bring back Delaney Walker.
Bro, I've been sneakily like hoping that New England would give up on Johnny and we could just snatch him back real quick.
Yeah.
But he
worked in Tennessee.
You did trade me a 3rd round pick for him.
You worked in Tennessee.
I still think the guy will have a career somewhere. I just don't know that Josh McDaniels had any interest in his ability. That wasn't
paid him a lot of money.
But that was
they paid him a lot of money.
Who else did they pick up? They picked up
Hunter Henry.
Yeah, it was weird.
But see,
that's weird.
Well, that's the problem. They like a Hunter Henry style tight end in that offense. They like once upon a time they liked that Aaron Hernandez style of tight end, and that's what I liken Johnny to. I mean, he's not Aaron Hernandez, but that style of player.
No one is anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no Aaron Hernandez.
Second podcast in a row, we've acknowledged that Aaron Hernandez is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always say don't let a week go by without doing that.
But yeah, man, I'm just glad to see it. I hope that we add a Treylon Burks or somebody. Honestly, we don't need Treylon Burks. He's just a personal favorite of mine. What I actually hope is that we add like the guy from Bama who tore his ACL. Jameson Williams. We need just a speed guy. If we get a speed guy, man, the sky is the ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, and it'd save you some time. They're taking their division.
Yeah.
It's happening. Tennessee's got
I think
it.
we're all three on that one.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Keeping
I
that
don't
front-
really have anything to add. I think y'all
Yeah.
nailed it, really, to be honest. Like, bringing Harold Landry back, I thought was a big deal.
Yep.
keeping that front seven together.
You kind of keep that all solidified. What happened with the corners? Didn't somebody leave?
We got Buster Screen. We got rid of Janoris Jenkins, which I was so
Yeah.
fucking
Okay,
happy.
so that's an upgrade then.
Yeah.
'Cause he
Buster.
fucking sucks.
I hate Jack Rabbit, fucking jackass.
Dude, and
Jenkins.
every time they said that shit, I kind of auto-corrected in my mind. Yes. Jackass right here. I mean, in honor of the movie that just came out, he will be a jackass forever. So
He was pretty
Nice.
good. Did you guys
I
watch
need
it?
to watch that. I haven't seen it yet.
One of the new, so they went out and got some new guys, right? And
Mhm.
one of them just goes by the name Poopies. That's just his name. He's Poopies. And I got more tickled at that than I should have, and probably carried me through the whole movie.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Well,
Well,
that's it, boys. I wanted,
that'll
damn it, I meant to freaking, because we do this, and we've been doing this like, obviously as an homage to wrestling and to mess with Tran and all that stuff. But I did want to say RIP to Scott Hall.
Yeah.
Literally the coolest wrestler that has ever existed. I almost always have a toothpick in my mouth, particularly for that guy, because I always thought it looked so fucking cool when he would take the toothpick and throw it. So I meant to freaking open the podcast with a nice, hey, yo. But,
Yeah.
anyways. I
And
don't know why.
RIP to Taylor Hawkins as well.
Mm.
We did a
Shit.
we did a special edition of Everlong last night. I wish if I can find it.
That's awesome.
If I can find a video, I'll send it to you guys. But yeah, Jordan about had me in tears last night at the end of the set. So yeah, definitely RIP to both Scott Hall and Taylor Hawkins, losing some big names. So
yeah.
Fuck 2022, man. Already
Yep.
lost. Like, didn't we lose Betty White this year too?
yeah,
It's not great so far.
Pissing me off. As we get older, more people are going to just die, and we're going to be like, God damn it, this is the worst.
I don't want to do it no more.
Childhood icons. Anyways,
All right.
we're out of here, people that are listening. We will. Oh yes, sultry, sexy tones. We will see y'all at some point this week or maybe next weekend. We'll figure it out. Actually, we can't do next weekend because we have a startup draft going.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
we'll definitely get back and hit the NFC up. This is going to be up on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you can find podcasts. We're on YouTube right now. So yeah, follow us on YouTube, Fantasy Friends. Follow us on Twitter, Fantasy Friends, FRANDS. You can follow me on Twitter at Fantasy Barbecue, Cam at That Guy's Cam, Jason at Big Chill Squad, without those 3 stupid belts he's got down there. But yeah, we'd love for you to give us a little subscription click thingamabob and check out the pod.
All right.
Send in questions hell yeah, send us questions at ejcnflpod@gmail.com. If you want to send in questions that way, that would be awesome, and we will answer those, whatever I don't give a shit what they are.
yeah.
Answer those
We can
live.
talk about Joe Burrow's underwear again.
I was
Joe
gonna say,
Burrows.
yeah, I was gonna
Joe
say
Burrow.
Cam,
Jose Burrows, I think is
Jose
actually how it's
Burrows.
pronounced. Jose Burrows.
Burrows.
And we have a bunch of more nicknames coming for you too. But anyways, for Cam, for Jason, I'm Eric. We're out of here. And as always, Tran, put a finger in.